So turn to page 56. Copy this example down. Can everybody see it? Can I make it a little bit bigger? Let's see what I can do for making it bigger. There we go. And just so you know, when this was on the exam, it was worth 5 marks. So on the exam, the first part says write a function v of x that represents the volume of the box in terms of height, and if we draw this out, that part wasn't hard. That was worth 1 mark. Now this is the part which was difficult. Find all possible values of x given that the volume of the box is 96. So the second mark is knowing that I know that the volume is 96. And that it has to equal x times x plus 2 times x plus 10. Most people were able to get up to here, and then people got stuck, and they started resorting to guess and checking. It was decided that if you guessed and checked and got the right answer, the answer key of this one said that you would only get 2 out of 5 if you guessed and checked and got the right answer. Because guessing and checking gets the right answer, but you haven't determined that those are all possible values. Now, there was a lot of debate about whether that was really fair or not, but this is what the exam was looking for you to do using what we've learned in this unit. If I wanted to solve this equation, I would have to have it factored, but factoring only solves an equation when it's equal to 0. So what I would need to do is I would need to multiply this out and then multiply it out again. And here I would distribute and now I could move everything over to one side. Now, if you wanted to factor this one, your factors have to be a factor of 96. So that too makes you feel like, is this really a fair checking on a non-calculator part or not? Because if you decided to start with 96, of course we always do like 1 and 96. It could be 2 and 48, 3 and 23, and so on. Choosing 96 as your first one to check with the factor theorem wouldn't be a good choice on a non-calculator part, because 96 cubed is hard to calculate without a calculator. But choosing 1 isn't so bad. And if you choose 1, you're going to find out that 1 plus 12 plus 20 minus 96 doesn't work. And negative 1 also doesn't work. So you're going to have to go to 2. Okay? And if you plug in 2, 2 cubed is 8. 2 squared is 4, times 12 is 48, plus 40 minus 96 is equal to 0, or it should be v of 2, because this is volume, my volume function. So that means that x minus 2 is a factor. From here, you'd use synthetic division. 1, 12, 20, negative 96, and a positive 2 out in front, bring down the 1. 1 times 2 is 2, add. 2 times 14 is 28, add. 2 times 48 is 96, and sure enough, we get a remainder of 0. This means we have started to factor it out, that v of x would equal x. Oh, it's not v of x anymore. Shoot, I have to change this. I need to call this, because it's not my volume function, it's different. Change my letters here. I'm going to call it p of x for polynomial, and p of 2. I now know that that polynomial p of x is equal to x minus 2 times x squared plus 14x plus 48. And the x squared plus 14x plus 48, you'd have to check if you could factor that. And looking at it, yes, it does factor. Six times 8 is 48, and 6 plus 8 is 14. So when they ask for all the solutions, when I solve this when it's equal to 0, I get x equals 2, x equals minus 6, and x equals minus 8. Those would be all 3 possible solutions. However, what did x stand for in our picture? The height. Can you see that both of these don't make sense with our situation? So solving for all 3 of them would have gotten you 4 marks, and then canceling out those and stating your final answer would have gotten you all 5 marks. So the final question asks for, state the dimensions of the box. The dimensions are 2, what was the units? Centimeters? 2 centimeters by 4 centimeters by 12 centimeters.